Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of All Started With Mouse Podcast. I am Nick Labzetta.
And I'm Tony.
So I just got back from a trip. I took a spontaneous trip for my friend's birthday in early April. It was very fun. They were running the half marathon and 10K for Star Wars, and also it was her birthday, and we did something that I've never done before. We rented a little pontoon boat from the Contemporary. We rode around the Seven Seas Lagoon, and we watched the fireworks right in front of Magic Kingdom on the boat.
That's pretty amazing.
It was pretty cool.
So you took off from the Contemporary?
Yep.
Do you land there too?
Yeah. So we took off. We went. We saw Discovery Island. We saw the entrance of that.
Nice. They say anything?
Yeah, they talked about it a lot.
That's pretty cool.
They showed the shoes. So cast members, when they're done, they throw their shoes in Discovery Island.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No, I think it's more just like the recreation people, because they have white shoes. They were all white shoes.
Very interesting.
We went around Wilderness Lodge, and then we went to
Wilderness Lodge, that far, huh?
Yeah, and then we went into the middle of the lagoon, and they had the electrical water pageant, like right before Happily Ever After. We were like 50 yards away from it. It was so cool how close we were.
I love that water pageant.
It's
That
just
thing's
awesome.
been there since I think the beginning, 30 days after, like a month or so after the opening.
It's so cool. And some of those actually are the same screens
Since the original?
since the original. That's insane.
I love it.
And then we did the fireworks. Then we rode back. They gave us free drinks, free snacks. It was a great experience.
And how much was it?
It was for 10 people, $350. So I mean, if you can get a group of people, I think it's a fair price.
$35 each. That really
For an
ain't bad
experience
at
like that. It was 2.5 hours. Yeah, it was a great experience. All right, so Anthony, tell them what we're doing today.
We're doing our favorite attraction moments. Some of them are thrill rides, some of them are classic dark ride scenes, but just the favorite moments that when we're getting on the boat or the ship or the log or whatever it is, we know, oh, this is coming. I'm so excited for it. Just the things we look forward to the most, the parts of the attraction where we're just like, yes.
Why don't you start off? Go with the first. What do you think?
Let's do. I'm just gonna go randomly.
Yep,
Let's do.
fine with that.
Let's do a classic because I think this is probably the one we've loved the longest. Rome burning. From Spaceship Earth.
Yes.
Now, go ahead.
Every single time where that scene comes and you just smell that smell,
You waft it.
and it just brings you back to all the times as a kid you were there, and you just go you have a dumb smile on your face. If you smell someone cooking a barbecue, the first thing you think of is Rome burning.
Yep.
It's funny.
It's so simple. And you know what's funny? I don't even know what is in the scene. Even it's just like a pile of wood.
It's just like a hallway kind of.
It's
not
so
much.
it's so small. The actual scene.
Yeah.
Compared to all the other scenes. I love that it's a different scent. It's not sight or sound or anything. It's smell. That's an important scent. That's the one that gets you the most.
I agree. Yeah, love everything about it.
There's not too much to say about Rome burning, just because it's you're not seeing anything, you're just smelling it. But it's a classic, absolute classic.
All right, let's go on to. I was gonna say we stay in Epcot, but we don't have any more in Epcot. Let's go over to Fantasyland. This is one I love. It's very mild. It is at the end of Mickey's PhilharMagic when you see the animatronic of Donald's butt struggling in the wall. He's trying to get out. Then he goes, uh-oh, and falls.
Little smoke,
yeah. We're in our mid-20s, and every time I still laugh at that. It's my favorite part.
You know what's great about that? PhilharMagic is so good because there's so many things. Again, that's another one, a bunch of different senses. It's that 4D.
They also have the water splashing at your face.
And it's just like that little button at the end. It's just like that little extra. And then I love how when you go into the gift shop,
he's there.
Yeah, he's there, stuck with all the instruments.
They're all, it's so good.
Obviously we love it. We've seen it a million times. But I love, because there's always newcomers in the audience. And, the kids, seeing it for the first time. It gets you, you're right. You could have seen it 10 times, one time, always funny.
Everyone laughs. And then I like when they're watching the show itself, and they see Ariel, Tinkerbell. Yeah. All the newcomers go, Ariel, it's Ariel or Tinkerbell. It's great. I love. That's my favorite 3D show.
And then when the water comes
Oh,
all the
it
kids.
is great. It's great. I'm so
They blast
excited
that
for it.
thing.
Yeah, you get pretty wet. All right.
All right, because some of these we're gonna have a little debate, a little friendly debate.
Yep.
Let's do Everest. Of course, we love Everest. And so, what's your pick for best moment in Everest?
So my opinion is the best moment of Everest is when you go, you see the track is gone, and you start going backwards, and then you go. It's pitch black. You're going backwards, and like there were times as a kid where I was convinced they're sending us upside down, and
It still
it feels like it.
It really
Yeah.
does.
And there is proof. There is. I've had several cast members tell me you're not going backwards, but it still feels like you're going backwards. And then it ends with you watching the Yeti tear the next part of the tracks. It's just that's my favorite moment of that ride.
Oh, see, you know what? I always thought it was like seeing the Yeti rip that track, and almost like you went back in time to see it.
I don't think so. I think
That's interesting. Yeah, okay.
because he rips the track, and then you have a new.
Oh, you're right.
You have a new route.
You're right. Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Blowing my mind.
So the Yeti just is causing havoc all over the
See
place.
that's an amazing moment, and I love that. Can't argue that at all. For my money, my favorite moment of Everest is probably that final drop because it's just that, like I am always just screaming like a madman on that thing, just screaming so loud. It's like just again, big dumb smile.
You're not talking about the drop that immediately follows, right? You're talking about
No, it's the last drop, and then it ends with you seeing the Yeti.
okay, yes, I know.
And now, okay, we're on Disco Yeti. He's not moving, but still amazing to see. Every time I see him, I have to scream, "There's the Yeti!"
I do the same thing.
It's like, oh my God, he's going to kill us. So much fun, so thrilling. Just, again, like Everest is we've talked about a lot here. It's just the perfect attraction. You always smile getting off it. You always just feel that great rush. You're always a little dizzy getting off because of your backwards one. So much fun. It's
an adrenaline
Yeah.
rush. I love everything about it. Okay. Let's go back to Fantasyland. I'm staying there. And this is a
we got
moment.
3 in Fantasyland, I believe.
Yes, we do.
A third of the list.
So this is it's a controversial ride. People really don't like this ride.
Yeah, you're right.
I love everything about it. I know it's
Let's talk about that for a minute.
okay. It's Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah, people, I get where you're coming from because people online like to bash this one, and I don't get it because, first of all, are you expecting an Everest style or rock and roller coaster in Fantasyland?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, no, it's not. It's
No, that's exactly what the
yes,
reason
yes,
is.
yes. It's a family ride. It's got some thrills.
Yeah.
It's not boring, but it's exactly what it should be, a family roller coaster in Fantasyland. It's a little short, yeah, but it's like it's still a solid ride. This is one of those things where it's like if people who are complaining about this are just going to complain about anything that Disney does.
They complain it's too short. They complain it's not thrilling. But yeah, you shouldn't expect a Space Mountain ride with
It's
the
Fantasyland.
7 dwarves.
Yeah, I know.
But so our favorite part is
Everyone's favorite part.
it better be the dark ride part of it when you see the animatronics. I remember the first time I saw that, and like it was the first time I saw like really good animatronics.
You see, the first time we went on, it was the first for
2014.
yeah, and it was pretty much brand new, and I fell in love with it instantly. I was like, this is perfect. And you're right, that middle scene where it's the dwarves, and then when that the alarm rings, and then everyone's clapping. It's so much fun. It's another great little button is on that one because it's great. You got Snow White dancing.
Yeah, at the end.
But then at the end you got the Wicked Witch.
Yeah,
I love that.
I learned something about that animatronic that I forgot.
The Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
Snow White is the original.
Her voice is someone. I can't remember who. I'm blanking.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive Snow White is from Snow White's Scary Adventure.
I'm thinking that. I think they all are. Well,
I know
in the last scene.
and I know the vultures when
Yep.
you're going up are from Snow White's
Yeah.
Scary Adventure.
I know. Yeah, I know Snow White. I think all of them might be from the old ride. I can't remember.
Probably.
Except, obviously not in this. But yeah, so that dark, like those animatronics, it moves so smoothly that it's just.
And I do love the rocking. Like I force that thing.
Oh
to
yeah,
rock.
I do that all the time. I push it down and I just start wobbling while we're singing hi ho. All right, on to the next one.
Because I don't know what these say. So let's go with the Flight of Passage.
Okay, so this is another one we have up for debate.
I love the cave when it's like you've had your great adventure and you're taking a little break, you're resting, you're breathing hard, your banshee's breathing, you're just like looking at the beautiful areas of Pandora.
The bioluminescence.
Yeah, and then you get back on and finish again.
I like that. So yeah, I mean, you might be right with this, but I just love it's like right before the end when you have that like intense dive down through the floating mountains. I think you go upside down. I do love that. That's a great moment. But in like the sense of the attraction, you might be right in the cave scene.
Yeah, it's just a nice calm moment.
It shows like the beauty of Pandora.
But the best part of the thing is obviously the thrills.
Yeah, and that ending with they show all the animals, the music, everything about that. Right, just no splash, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I love that part. I don't know what's better.
My favorite part actually might be, now that I think about it, it's like you're in the tidal, like in the waves, and that's another one where you kind of feel like you're going upside down.
Is it when trying to escape the waves?
I think so, and that's the every time that's the moment where it's just like that's the biggest smile on my face. I love it, and I think it's right before the cave. I might be wrong, but I love like the difference of like high thrill and then respite and then going back. It's just so well done.
Do you like get into the ride? Like, do you hold it and do you like try to turn with the banshee? Like, come on, guy, we gotta go.
It feels like I'm actually I'm ducking stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. It's so well done.
And is that gonna be similar to Rise of the Resistance?
I don't think so. I think Rise of the Resistance is an actual ride.
Okay.
Like an actual.
Oh, you're right. It's gonna be
ride.
those trackless rides, like Ratatouille. I think Mickey. All right. Since we talked about one of the best rides, we'll talk about the single best ride, Splash Mountain. Now, this, if no one agrees with this scene part, they're wrong. It's the big splash and then the zippity doo-dah scene with everyone singing at the end.
Yeah, it's another example of like thrill, then relaxing, thrill, and great audio animatronic dark ride scenes. I love Laughing Place. I love How Do You Do. I love the whole thing, obviously, but yeah, it's tough to beat that. Everyone in the log is laughing, joking around after that. There's always like a sense of camaraderie. Like you talk to the people behind you or in front of you. And then the Liberty boat. What's it called?
Yeah, what's it called?
It is called the Zippity Lady.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I love that, and then I love just the simple ending of like the song painted on the walls. I just it again, just so simple, so nothing, but just I love it, and that slower version of the song.
With Brer and the Bluebird.
Yeah,
singing.
perfect end to a perfect attraction.
All right, so we have 4 more. 3 are in Magic Kingdom. 1's in Animal Kingdom. Do you want to stay in Magic or travel some more?
Let's do Magic. Let's do this one last. I don't know where it is. This one last. So let's go Pirates.
Okay.
Pirates is another one of those where it's like every scene you could do. Like I love the pirate at the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Just the little thing. I love after the drop, the fight against the boat against the captain. Looking for Captain Jack. I love drowning the mayor. I love all of it except the new.
Don't be cheeky.
Except the new girl.
Yeah, we want the redhead.
But the best part has to be the sacking of the city. Again, there's that great fire smell. The songs playing. You got the rum bottles in the water. You got the pirates dancing. Just it's like peak Disney ridiculous stupidness. And then you turn the corner and the song's still going, and you got Jack. It's like an extension of the scene. And I love. It looks exactly like him. And then I love his, slower version, Pirate's Life for Me. Like, again, one of those, like, classic dark rides, classic ending.
Yeah, I just love, like, everyone in the boat starts singing. Maybe it's just me singing really loud. But it's just, one of the best moments. Just good feeling. All right. So which one do you want me to do?
We'll do this one last because I think there's so many here.
Okay.
So we can talk about that one.
Okay, I know what you mean. All right, so we'll stay in Magic Kingdom. Go over the Fantasyland. I think this is a iconic scene. It's no matter what time of day, what day of the year. This ride's always busy. Peter Pan's flight, and I think the London scene, which I think is just an amazing example of forced perspective. Like, you're probably just only a few feet above the ground, and it looks like you are so high up flying over the city of London. We have the giant Big Ben, the little cars that are going in the water. Like, even just think, like, looking at the water.
It's a great scene, and it's easily the simplest scene on this list. You know, it's basically just lights, rolling around on a floorboard like 6 feet below you. But, the way they do it, that force, like you said, forced perspective and everything, it does look like you're above London. You just get this sense of like peace and simplicity and nostalgia. You got the beautiful music playing in that scene. It's over in just a couple seconds, but it's like that's the scene, I think. Like that's the reason that ride gets so many people. It's the first scene after you're out of the bedroom, and it's just calm, peace, nice. It's everything that Peter Pan's Flight is about. Peter Pan's Flight is the simplest attraction probably in the entire park or in the entire Disney World, and it's still one of the most popular. And I think that's just that power of nostalgia. And there's nothing better than the London scene to show how that is important.
I agree.
Let's go from the simplest to probably one of the most complex. Navi River. Now, again, this is one that for some reason people I think were prepared to not like it. They ride Flight of Passage. It's the greatest ride of all time. Then they go in Navi. Oh, it's just a boat ride.
Okay, so I was thinking that I think they were expecting a lot more.
Yeah,
they're probably expecting 2 amazing rides.
But you know what? I don't care what you expect. Joe Rohde knows what he's doing, and this was supposed to be a tour of Pandora. This is what it always was supposed to be. It's a little short. I'll give you that. It's a little short, but what you have is amazing. And obviously, our best moment is at the end when you're at the Shaman of Song. The entire boat ride is you and the Navi and the animals going to see the shaman for a big celebration, and that song is incredible. One of the best original pieces of Disney music they've ever done for a theme park, I think. And again, that audio animatronic, when you see it, it speaks for itself. It's just brilliant.
I remember seeing the video of her saying, "I hope to see you in Pandora."
Yeah, like
and spoke in their language, and looks off to the camera and goes, "Was that good?" And I turned to you and I said, "Yeah, it's a computerized image. Well, it's not that great." And
I thought it was an actor.
And you turned to me like, "That's the animatronic," and I was like, "All right, this place is gonna be great."
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's an actor. That's not that cool." It was the promo for Pandora. Yeah, I mean, the whole attraction is that scene. So, again, if that thing's not working, I think you shut it down. It's not fair to people to put up a picture of it or something on a screen.
I couldn't imagine like what someone's reaction would be if they've heard about this thing. They don't want to like look it up. They don't want to be spoiled, and they see a picture.
But I mean, I love Navi.
I love that scene when there's the lily pads on the top.
Yeah.
And like the animals jump on it, and it shakes just ever so slightly.
Yeah, like that they're crawling in and out of holes. You got the projection screens where it's like something's happening in front of you, and then behind them, so it looks like it's really deep into the forests or
so
good. Of what's the place called?
Pandora.
In Pandora.
Moara.
Yeah,
Valley.
Village of Moara.
Valley.
Yeah, Valley.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best animatronic, and I've seen videos of like
it's huge too.
Is it?
I think it's pretty big.
Is it like life size or
because Pandora, because Navis are pretty big.
Yeah, they're like double our size. But yeah, I've seen animatronics of like Beauty and the Beast, the new Star Wars Galaxy stuff as well. Those look really smooth.
I'm sure they'll all be great.
Yeah. They can never not impress me. Like I'm always impressed by them. All right, final.
But they do it like it's not like we're obviously fans, but it's like they deserve the praise for this stuff. Like it's not like what we call them out when
like
they
a
don't do something
non-fanatic
wrong.
would also give them props for
absolutely.
These.
Yeah, our last one, it's tough because this is another one where there's so many scenes and moments that you can call the best. I mean, almost every moment. The attraction is the Haunted Mansion. I mean, you can start at the stretching room, maybe the best. You know, you can say more. Who was Memento Mori?
Leota?
Leota with the music, the bride in the attic, the hitchhiking ghosts at the very end. You know, just that. I remember the first time I saw that as a kid. It was amazing. But we narrowed it down to two. So Nick, what's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment is the ballroom scene with all the dancing animatronics, and the reason for that is before we became Disney fanatics, before we had this obsession. This was like, if you thought of Haunted Mansion, you thought of this scene, like over any other one. And it's just every time I'm there, I'm just like, I know it's Pepper's ghost. I don't know anything else about it. I don't want to. I believe that. I just love everything about it. I like looking at the hidden things. You see the hidden Mickey on the table. Every time I'm there, I see more ghosts pop up and like someone starts dueling. It's great. And then yours?
Well, to expand on the ballroom, Pepper's Ghost, if you don't know, that's the technique that Yale Gracie, an Imagineer who worked on the Haunted Mansion, that's why it's Gracie, Master Gracie. He was the master of effects. And I don't know, I know the name is Pepper's Ghost, but I don't know anything about it because I don't want to know anything about it. But yeah, you're right. Like every time I go, I think I see something new. The dueling ghosts. There's the hearse that crashed into the thing, and the ghosts are coming out, blowing out the birthday candles because it's a birthday party. The legs under the table, the dueling banjos, the dueling guns, and the smoke that comes out. You got the guy at the end playing the organ, and the little puffs of ghost smoke. Like there's so many things. Like Haunted Mansion's a ride that frequently stops because people are getting on. Taking a couple times. I never stop there. I need to stop there and just, get everything in its glory.
Look around.
But
get some pictures.
And the music's great too. I love that variation of Grim Grinning Ghosts, just on the orchestra.
Organ.
Yeah, organ. But my favorite is the graveyard scene. You're basically dead now. You got pushed out of the attic by the bride, and now you're with the ghosts. You're one of them.
Do you know the bride's name?
Constantine?
Yes. Or Constance, one of the two.
Something like that.
I actually don't.
Yeah.
I don't know which of the two, but
how do we know? What's the?
Someone just said. Someone said the name Constance to me once, talking about it. And I go, I don't know what that is, and they.
I know that. I don't know. I don't think it's anywhere in the attraction.
No,
I think.
It's not.
I think, like, Imagineers and cast.
You learn it through the research that we do, or someone tells you about it. But yeah, they don't. They never bring it up in the ride.
Here's a little thing about the bride. Every time she gets engaged, the guy gives her a pearl necklace, and each picture has the extra pearl necklace on it. And then at the very end, the audio animatronic or whatever, if it's an audio animatronic or not, I don't know.
I think I don't know.
She's got like 8 pearl necklaces on.
Yeah, and each wedding gets more and more expensive, or has more money. Like the first guy was poorer.
Oh, that's great. I never noticed that.
Yeah, you can see like with the things around it.
That's a truly scary scene.
Yeah.
Because
death.
Yeah, because the original attraction was 2 Imagineers who had different versions, Claude Coates and someone else who I'll figure out the name halfway through this sentence, but Mark Davis. And Claude, I think, wanted it to be much spookier, and Mark wanted it to be a little humorous. So they ended up combining the two really well because there's humor, you got the dancing ghosts, you got the scene where I still haven't talked about the graveyard scene, but then you got those kind of ominous, creepy moments, and that's definitely one of them. But yeah, onto the graveyard scene. I love that. Like I said, you're dead, you're with the ghosts, and the music is in full effect. That classic Grim Grinning Ghost song. There's just so many great little moments in it. Like, what's your favorite?
I would say the tombstone or the headstones.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Those guys. I just love the guy's face.
Yeah,
just
the one with the broken.
Yeah, he's like just conducting the thing.
It's great. Yeah, that's my favorite. I like how, I'm sure you know that they all look different because you're not one of them.
Yes. Like you can never really see the ghosts.
Yeah. Oh, also,
except for the banquet hall.
Yeah, because they're like getting used to you or something.
Something like that.
So in the Haunted Mansion, in that scene,
Yeah.
there is every time there's an alive being, there's a yellow light shining on them.
Like a little dot.
No, like a light. Like there's
Really?
there are like teal lights, black lights
In
lighting
that
up the
scene?
ghosts, and there's like an owl somewhere or a dog somewhere.
Really?
And like the gravekeeper and his dog. That's in a. It's to symbolize which ones are alive, which ones are dead in the scene.
I have to.
You have to look
check
around,
that
yeah.
out. That's fantastic. Yeah, I do love how scared the grave guy is.
Okay. Anything else you want to add about that scene? What's your favorite part?
Yeah, singing bus is tough to beat. I like the popping up faces.
Yeah,
It's
that's
simple, but it's always a little scary. Again, that's another one where you can just there's so many things and you can just pick them out. Like each time, find something new. But yeah, singing bus is tough to beat. Or not Burl Ives. Thurl Ravencroft is the guy that sings it, and in the queue, the organ is named Ravencroft.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like how everyone's like, "Oh, that bus is Walt." It really just is funny when they point out like, "Hey, it's Walt," but it's just,
not. Yeah,
it's not Walt.
not.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't he really even look like him?
no, it doesn't. But yeah, so that is the graveyard scene.
Did we finish?
We have the 10. We have our 2 honorable mentions.
Did we do Frozen?
That's the honorable mention. Right there.
Okay.
You spoiled it, man. No, that's literally going to talk about that right now. So this is
I forgot we put Peter Pan instead.
This is the corniest moment. And
I'm going to expand on it, but you go. It's Frozen Ever After. And
it's the scene when after Elsa sings "Let It Go" and "The Cold Never Bothered Me on Your Way." You're going backwards, and you have those little snowmen with their like dopey faces, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey,
and
buddy.
every single time, I just start laughing uncontrollably. And yeah, then you have the you turn a little, and you have the big marshmallow, and he goes, "Let it go," or he says a couple.
I don't think
things.
he says "Let It Go."
He says, "Let it go." I'm free. And I don't know if there's a third one, but
What does "I'm free" mean?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't get it, but he does say multiple things.
I thought he just goes. "Argh."
No, he doesn't.
I do like. Yeah, I like that too.
I just laugh every time I see those little guys. I want a plush of those.
They sell them.
No, they don't.
Really?
Yeah, I've looked every single time.
Oh. Yeah, I love it's. It's kind of simple, but the cold never bothered me anyway. I love that. You get the puff of white smoke, and then I love going down. You're not backwards on that, are you?
Going down the hill?
Yeah.
No.
You're backwards.
You're going backwards when she says "Cold never bothered me anyway."
Yes, and then you go down straight. And yeah, I love the the puff again.
Fun fact about when you drop down, if you look to your right, you'll see 3 puffins. Those puffins are from the Maelstrom.
Puffin's a bird, right?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
A penguin-looking thing.
That's cool. Yeah, there's so many Maelstrom tributes. And Puffin is the name of a shop, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
In Norway.
Yeah. Next to the fjording.
Fjorden.
All right, so that's just a small thing, but we wanted to mention that one. And then finally, our last honorable mention. Go ahead.
TTA, the People Mover. When you see the slow down to see Walt's version of Epcot, the City of Tomorrow, Progress City,
Yeah.
City of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, I love that they slow it down. I could stare at that thing for hours. That's another one. Small, but you see something new every time. You see a lot of the geodesic little spears. You see the churches. You see, you got the business in the center, the suburbs at the outskirts.
I really wish you had more time to look at it. Like, if that was like
yeah.
kind of at one man's dream.
Yeah, I agree.
So you could just like get all the details, because I don't know if there's any picture that does a really good job of capturing.
Yeah, it's
everything.
tough because it's so dark.
And yeah, you're moving.
But yeah, I love that little tribute to Walt. And I guess the original model was like 5 times the size.
Really?
There was just so, because Walt was dead serious. If you don't know, like Epcot was supposed to be a city, like and people movers were the way you'd get around, like taxis or something. There'd be monorails to take you from like the suburbs to the city. People movers would be how you get from place to place in the city. Walt had stuff for like people how they would work, how they go to school, how their oil and heating bills would be paid. Like everything was so detailed. It died with Walt, and no one else alive could have carried that thing through. Maybe he couldn't even carry it. It would have been kind of crazy. But it's always like if someone could have done it, it would have been him. So every time I'm in Epcot or going through the People Mover, I think I love this place. I love Epcot so much, but man, would have been Walt City really would have been amazing, like a true utopia.
Yeah, that would have been great to see that. The closest thing you'll ever get to that is Celebration, that little town.
Yeah.
Right off of Disney property.
It's like if he ever comes back, and I get to talk to him. You got Joe Rohde, I'll get Walt.
Okay, fair.
And he says like, "Take me to Epcot." I'd be like, there's a Frozen ride, and there's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my God, that's gonna be okay. So we have a little extra time.
Okay, yeah, I have a question for you, unless you have one for me.
I wonder if we have the same question.
What's your question?
What's your least favorite moment?
Gee, it's scary how much we are in sync. One I really don't like, I've never liked it, I don't get it, it's just boring, is the temple scene in the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, there's no jokes in it.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a weird-ass part of the attraction. It makes no sense. There's like a snake. Like, there's no, like, the skipper's not talking.
The only joke is it's Shirley's temple.
That's funny, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, is it supposed to be serious? Because that's stupid.
I don't know.
Like, you can't do the jokes for 90% of it and then be like, oh, wait, this is scary, right, guys? Very odd. Like,
it just doesn't, like, it's just a part of the ride that's like jokes, serious jokes. It just does not fit.
Yeah.
At all.
And you're always just like, okay, what's the point of this? I wonder if there's, like, a technical part of it. Like, is it like, we have to get the boat back here and, there's no light. We can't put lights on it because you'll see the inner workings or something.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand it. Another bad one. It's not an attraction. It's not part of the attraction. It's pre-show.
Yeah.
Flight of Passage.
It's death.
It is just, it's 20 minutes of move around.
Now, I get it because it's easier to have people wait if they think they're already on the attraction.
Yeah.
So, and like if you haven't seen Avatar, you have to kind of get introduced to what's going on. So I understand it.
It could be a little more charming though.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it. It's worth it at twice the time, but it's just so boring.
I don't think there's anyone that likes it.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just nothing to like.
Like when I'm there, I don't do it, and people like give me the side eye.
Yeah,
they're like, "What?" Like hoping I do it.
Well, yeah. When I was there last time, it was just me, and it was at the end of a long day of Animal Kingdom, and so I was a little tired, and this was like the last thing I was doing, and I get there, and if you've been on the attraction, they say move around in your area, and you see everyone on a screen, and then if there's people still on the attraction and you haven't gone in yet, you can't go in yet. They'll basically, it's like hit a button and delay. And
yeah, they'll make you do it again.
So then the guy will go, oh, you got to do it again. If there's something wrong in the system, just to buy an extra minute or so. So that happened when I was doing it. And a woman noticed I didn't move around the first time. And she yelled. She goes, this one didn't do it. She's blaming me in front of everyone else for the reason they're not getting on the attraction.
Great. Yeah. Every time I'm on it, I just yell you stink. I heckle the video. That's a terrible one. I think those are two really bad.
Oh, how about this? We crap on it so much, but
Tomorrowland.
Well, no, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah,
that's so bad. I just roll my eyes now.
It's just I rode it twice last trip, and both times I was in the middle.
Why would you ride it twice?
I had friends want to do it.
Right.
I do enjoy Soarin' though. I don't dislike it like you do.
I don't. Yeah, I gotta.
I like everything about Soarin' except for that scene.
What's funny? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I don't think I've done Soarin' since I did Flight of Passage. I realized.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. Yeah.
Flight of Passage, and then the Irma, so we didn't do anything. Then when I went with you, I didn't do I didn't do Soarin', and I didn't do it last time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll do it this next
time. Yeah,
time.
but yeah, I think I like Soarin'. I don't like that Eiffel Tower scene. It's just
terrible.
It's just poorly done. But I mean, I love Soarin' other than that. I don't like the efficiency scene in Test Track.
Test Track's weird.
It used to be a lot better. You could kind of feel the temperature change. Now it's just
what is it now?
It's just a video of particles going above your head in the car, and it's not sometimes synced well, so you're a little ahead of it, and so it doesn't look like things are actually moving with you. I don't like that scene. But yeah, other than that, There's not really big ones I complain about.
I don't like the end of Country Bears because that means it's over.
That's good.
I don't like the. If we're being honest, I don't like. Like if we're actually talking about, I don't like half of Tiki Birds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can get into
Yeah,
that.
that's why I was hesitant because like I don't know if I like 2 minutes of the attraction.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Is there any part of a good attraction that you kind of roll your eyes at and say like, except for Flight of Passage? Like
I'd say the Soarin'.
Soarin', okay, yeah, you say that. I did say good attraction, but
You can't say Soarin's not a good attraction.
I don't know. I don't really know. I only know if I'd put Soarin' in my top 3 in Epcot. Living with the Land, Flight of Passage, or Frozen,
yeah.
Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, I mean that's
I used
fair.
to love Soarin'.
Everyone loves living with. A lot of people love living with the land.
Living with the Land, I wouldn't. I think I like everything in that. I wouldn't say there's any
No, I
boring
don't
part.
like the beginning's a little slow.
I love the beginning. It's simple, it's stupid, but I love it. It's so old fashioned Epcot.
That's true, yeah.
How about Slinky? Is there any moments like great moments in Slinky that stand out?
Yeah. There's a part where you like stop and then you like back up and it's like kind of like those toys where you would charge it and then let go.
Oh, that's
when you would
amazing.
go. Yeah,
That's actually sounds awesome.
So that's a great part. There's no, and then the ending's pretty good.
Now here's a question for you for Slinky because we're going in a couple weeks, a month or so. I currently have a fast pass for Slinky. I'm probably gonna drop it because I want to go in the morning and my fast pass is for night. So if I can't get a fast pass, I'm thinking I'm gonna stand in line. How long, if you've never knowing the ride is like and knowing that I haven't done it, how long is the longest you think I should wait?
An hour.
Hour?
No,
Hour's fair.
No ride is over an hour. Flight of Passage is an hour and a half for me. Like
Flight Passage is the only one.
I like. Yeah, even if it's your first time, don't.
All right, an hour's solid. Put on a podcast, listen to this podcast, and
You going in the morning?
yeah,
Just go to a rope drop.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a rope drop person anymore, and it's just I hate being like it's like a herd of
No, it's
sheep and
rope drop is great. It's a great.
and the cast members just look at you with just such disdain. I
No,
think
they
at rope
don't.
drop. It's just
No.
like look at these losers.
I was a cast member.
Well, you were. No one's rope drop in the Emporium.
I was watching them at rope drop. No, yeah, rope drop's great. It's such a great feeling.
What's the best scene in the Emporium?
The best scene in the Emporium. Right when you walk in and you hear the music. That's it.
When you see the Osh Popham big
Osh Popham proprietor.
Yeah.
The mural in Zone 4. The renovated area.
Epcot,
Epcot.
the Emporium
The new
expansion.
Yes,
whatever
exactly.
it's called.
Yep. Anything else you want to add? Any other moments
Yeah, I'm thinking.
that you want to?
Oh, here's a question, Nick. And I think they all take place in Epcot, but Frozen used to be Maelstrom. Soarin' got a makeover. Spaceship Earth got refurbed. What are your favorite moments from the old versions of those ones?
I love the 3-headed troll. Disappear.
Yeah.
From Maelstrom. Old Spaceship Earth could have been my top attraction moment. It's when Jeremy Irons is talking and he goes, "This our Spaceship Earth," and right when he says that, you turn, you see the Earth, and that music builds up, and they just butchered it with Dan Judi Dench.
There's no parallel with the
Yes.
her saying it and matching. It's just like they didn't even care.
Like all 3 of the things are out of sync. Like she doesn't say our Spaceship Earth when the music buildup happens, and the music buildup doesn't happen when you turn and see it. It's just everything is out of sync, and it just makes it. It just doesn't give you the moment that part was built for.
Mm-hmm. You know what? It was a little thing in Spaceship Earth, but I think it was in Old Rome when the horse would appear.
Oh yeah,
and
that
then
was a great
gallop
one.
off screen.
Yeah.
Just like gallop off into nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a great one. I mean, I don't know why they got rid of that. It was just a screen.
I know.
And then Soarin'.
Orange Grove.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yep, that's it.
That was like almost Rome burning level of smell.
Yeah. I
love the golf ball.
I think you're right. Yeah, golf. Yeah, the golf ball's pretty good. I do like the ending when it was in Disneyland.
Yeah,
But I like that you're in Epcot now. Adds a little more.
yeah, it makes sense. Like, why are we in Disneyland?
Yeah. It makes sense for them over there.
over there. There's change too.
What's it now? Epcot?
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't even think about that. There probably is. Yeah.
Probably ends in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although you know what, they got so lazy with that when it probably is Epcot. People are like, what the hell is this?
Any other moments that are coming to you?
I think we've basically listed every moment we can.
We've talked about every ride except for like Winnie the Pooh. There we go.
Heffalumps and Wolves.
There you go. I love
Heffalumps and Wolves.
the rain coming down.
I love the rain.
We could talk all night about every single scene.
Yeah.
In all these attractions.
Figment's house. Imagination is a blast.
Oh my god, that's great. Nemo. Something about Nemo.
Nemo.
The jellyfish.
When you got the real fish.
Oh, the big.
That's the great.
We've gone through Big Thunder
Test
Mountain.
track. Best one for test track.
Best one for test track. I don't.
Gotta
know.
be the end.
The end is so. The worst part about the end is the every
Yeah.
single person does the face like with the sun's in my eye.
No, the worst part is you're going like 100 miles. I know it's like 65, and then that stop.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my
They
god,
just-
I broke 6 ribs.
They jerk you back and forth.
Best moment in Kilimanjaro.
Just watching the animals. That bridge scene where you dip down.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I love Kilimanjaro. I can't a specific one.
There's not really a moment attraction.
Yeah.
I think we beat this thing
Best
to
in
death.
Tower.
The drop.
I love the build up
I hate the buildup.
because it's as someone who was terrified of elevators, I'm truly terrified in that attraction, and it really like just gets at your
the
anxiety.
nerves. Yeah,
I love it.
exactly. And just
I love like when it moves. Like, I don't know how it's so weird. You know what I mean? Like the box moves.
Yeah, it takes you to the drop.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
But see, I'm nervous until they open the things up and I go, "Hey, it's Slinky Dog," and then the drop.
Oh, that's
happens.
probably. Can you see any shots of Star Wars?
Yeah. You'll be able to see everything.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get the camera out.
Favorite
Don't do that.
moment at the Tangled bathrooms.
The music. All right, I think that's enough. I want to thank everyone for listening. Send us a message on Instagram at Disney Detailer what your favorite or least favorite attraction moment is. Yell at us if we forgot any, or let us know what you agree with. But yeah, Instagram at Disney Detailer. That's where you can best find us. Talk to us. Mainly me will respond. Anthony, anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
All right.
Take us away, Nick.
And everyone, thank you for listening, and Kungaloosh.